Good day, ma'am. We are Group 8 discussing about topic number 2, and I am AJ Villa, one of the members that will present this topic about sustainable sources of energy. Kinds of sustainable alternative energy sources: solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy, tidal energy, geothermal energy, and lastly, biomass energy.
Hi, I'm Jamel. I will talk about solar energy and wind energy. First, solar energy. It is a renewable energy that is gathered using solar panels. Sunlight is one of our planet's most abundant and freely available energy resources. The amount of solar energy that reaches the Earth's surface in 1 hour is more than the planet's requirement for a whole year. Although it sounds like a perfect renewable energy source, the amount of solar energy we can use varies according to the time of the day, the season of the year, and as well the geographical location. Solar energy is also a popular supplement for energy. The advantages of solar energy is it lowers your electricity bill, improve the value of your home, reduce carbon footprint, and combats rising electricity costs. The disadvantages of it is it doesn't work for every roof type, not ideal if you're about to move. Buying solar panels can be expensive. It uses a lot of space. The efficiency of solar energy depends on the location. Next is wind energy. Wind energy is a renewable energy that is gathered using wind farms. Wind is a plentiful source of clean energy. Wind power can making an ever-increasing contribution to the national grid. To harness electricity from wind energy, turbines are used to drive generators which then feed electricity to the power sources, or we call national grids. Although domestic or off-grid generation systems are available, not even every property is sustainable for a domestic wind turbine. The advantages of wind turbines or wind energy is that wind power is cost effective. It is a clean fuel source. Wind is a domestic source of energy. It's sustainable. Wind turbines can be built on existing farms or ranches. The disadvantages of it is wind energy is intermittent. Wind energy can cause noise and visual pollution. Wind turbines have some negative impacts on their surrounding environment. That's all.
Good day. My name is Alan Tisiap and I will be discussing about hydro energy and tidal energy. But first, I will be discussing about hydro energy. Hydro energy. As a renewable energy resource, hydropower is one of the most commercially developed by building a dam or a barrier. A large reservoir can be used to create a controlled flow of water that will drive the turbine and generate electricity. This energy source can be often be more reliable than a solar or wind power, and also allows electricity to be stored for use when demand reaches a peak. Like wind energy, in a certain situation, hydro can be more valuable as a commercial energy source, but depending much on the type of property, it can be used for domestic and off-grid generation. The advantages using this kind of energy source is it is good in the environment, it is a renewable resource, reliable and highly efficient, flexible and safe, and economical. The disadvantages of using this kind of energy resource, it has environmental impact, displaces people, and it is expensive. Limited source of reservoir and droughts. Next is tidal energy. Tidal energy. Tidal energy is another form of hydro energy that uses twice daily tidal currents to drive the turbine generator. Although, unlike some other hydro energy sources, tidal flow isn't constant. It is highly predictable and can therefore compensate the period when the tide current is low. The advantages using this kind of energy sources is consistency, permanence, long-term economy, and energy efficient. The disadvantages using these energy sources is startup costs, biofouling, environmental risk, and location. That's all.
Hello, my name is CONRADO si TUBAY III, and I'll be discussing about what is geothermal energy and biomass energy and what are the advantages and disadvantages of it. In geothermal energy, it is by harnessing the natural heat below the Earth's surface. Geothermal energy can be used to heat homes directly or to generate electricity. Geothermal energy is generally considered environmentally friendly and does not cause significant amount of pollution. It is great for heating and cooling. Even small households can benefit. And harnessing geothermal energy does not involve any fuel, means less fluctuation and stable electricity prices. And geothermal energy is everywhere. But there are some minor environmental issues associated with the power or with the geothermal energy. There is abundance of greenhouse gases below the surface of the Earth, some of which mitigates toward the surface and into the atmosphere. These emissions tend to be higher near the geothermal power plants. Next, the stability of the surface or the construction of geothermal power plants. The construction of geothermal power plants can affect the stability of the land. In fact, geothermal power plants have led to subsidence or the motion of the Earth's surface. And most of the geothermal resources cannot be utilized in a cost-effective manner, at least with not our current technology, level of subsidies, and energy prices. And geothermal power projects are expensive. The exploration and drilling of our new reservoir come with a steep price tag. It is around estimated of $2 million to $7 million. A good geothermal reservoir are hard to come by. Some countries have been blessed with great resources like Iceland and Philippines, meet nearly one-third of their electricity demand with geothermal energy. And to be more specific, geothermal energy is generally regarded as environmentally friendly, sustainable, and reliable. This makes geothermal energy a no-brainer in some places, but heavy upfront costs stop us from realizing the full potential of geothermal energy. In biomass energy, this is the conversion of solid fuel made from plant materials into electricity. Although fundamentally biomass involves burning organic materials to produce electricity, this is not like the burning of wood. And nowadays, this is much cleaner, more energy efficient process by converting agricultural, industrial, and domestic waste into solid, liquid, and gas fuel. Biomass generates power at much lower economical and environmental costs. And biomass energy is source of energy that is considered renewable. As biomass sources can be converted to fuels and electricity, they can help in reducing the dependence on fossil fuels. And carbon neutrality is one of the major advantages of biomass energy. During photosynthesis, plants absorb carbon present into the atmosphere and it is again released back when they are burned in a biomass energy plant. Generating energy from biomass materials can greatly help in waste management, which has become a major issue in many countries. But there are some negative effects of biomass energy, like biomass contains carbon, and it releases carbon dioxide on combustion, and the time to recapture this carbon involved in biomass may vary depending on the type of the biomass. And using fuels produced from biomass results in the release of various gases, such as carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. In some cases, they are found to release higher particulates and pollutants into the atmosphere compared with those produced by traditional fuel sources. And the construction and the operating cost of biomass energy plant can be expensive in relation to the traditional forms of power generation. And storage facilities requires huge space as harnessing energy from biomass involves a selection of different processes.
In short, these alternate energy resources are cleaner and cheap since the energy is gathered from directly from the source.
That's all. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching, ma'am.